All right, good Sunday. Good Sunday night. Or I said Sunday, but Saturday night. Let me do this video, man. Gonna be some great sales on that US 30. Too bad we don't trade that thing. Okay. First, before I even I guess get too involved in our video, I want to look at these JPY pairs. Because I made a comment on Delaney's pair, right? And I was asking him because he showed price pushing up and selling. All right, you got a 2-month bearish order block, but for all intents and purposes, I just kind of want to go to this daily chart and kind of talk through this. What I was saying to him was whether you're using the daily or the weekly, I wanted to see this low get taken out. And from a video, I don't know, a week ago or so, when it's closed like this, just go to the line chart, okay? Because the line chart is not going to lie to us. And just put your crosshairs on this low over here and see if it's broken. And clearly, it is. And because this low is broken, that's enough information to give us that price is pushing up into our zone and selling. So, Delaney, you are absolutely correct. And I need to keep my pie hole closed, right? But the reason why I asked that was because, I was looking at my charts and, I was looking at EJ. I looked at all these pairs. And on this particular pair, it's a lot further along than that UJ is because I guess UJ is about at this level. But if you look at this EJ, let me get rid of this crap. This clearly breaks. But if you look at where we are as far as this push up and this initial drop, right? If you look at where we are in your time frame, we didn't break this low, and this is on a super high time frame. This is a pullback and a push up. Maybe it's on a 6 month. Maybe this is on a 6-month chart where that is the actual swing. And that's why it would matter. See, on the 6-month, that is your swing low, right? So, and probably only Leandra knows this or even looks at time frames this high. This is the order block that we want to see wrecked, right? Because we need this order block to be wrecked because we expect price to continue to sell. And we're bumping up against this order block, right? And the only thing that we've done is run the liquidity out the bottom of this green candle. We need to break this entire candle in order to say that price is going to sell. So price is going to go up, and I would say pretty surely, because of the way the rest of these charts look, that yeah, we're probably going to get a cook-off at a later date. But you see, we have a bullish order block, right? Then we have the weekly move. All we did was grab the liquidity from the bottom, and now we're going to the top. We're for sure going to grab the liquidity from the top of this weekly candle. But my question is, are we breaking these highs, right? Are we going higher up to the 78? And are we guaranteed a sell? And what is your confirmations that we are guaranteed to sell? If you say your confirmation is on this weekly chart, I would say it doesn't exist on the weekly chart. You don't have a confirmation that we're selling. because only thing you have is a grab of liquidity and price buying up. So if I'm a person who's trading this, right? You have a confirmation, or you don't get your confirmation until you drop all the way down here to this 4-hour chart, right? And on this 4-hour chart, you have confirmation that you're selling. This is a wick on the weekly chart, but you have a broken low right here on the 4-hour. So we all know that you're going to get a structure break on the lower time frame before you get it on the higher time frame. And in this case, we got a 4-hour structure break, right? It's a daily liquidity run because we just wicked the low and closed back above it. So on the 4-hour, we got a structure break and we're getting a pullback. So I would look for us to at least run these highs, right? And that's about at the 62. So I would be comfortable holding this trade if I'm in it to at least the 62 to run these highs. At that point, I'm looking for it to push down and give us a daily close below where we got the 4-hour, because that would support that being a break of structure, or that break of structure being a solid break of structure, because the higher time frames are going to actually call the shots. Now, if I go all the way up to the 2-month time frame for EJ, this 2-month candle did not break any lows. So, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure that EJ is going to go further down. I think it will, but maybe it won't go down in the next couple months. Maybe we have to wait for the 3-month candle to close. Let's look at the 3-month. So for me, what I want to see is for price to push up into our zone and then get back down here. And I would love to see us close about 152.92, which closing below these lows, and preferably at or below this wick, which would destroy this order block, right? So we got a month to do it. We got one more month left for EJ. That means we got to get up and come back. So maybe we get a little fireworks out of the JPY pair in general, EJ specifically. But that's how I look at this. If we expect this to be a bearish order block, then we're going to get pretty fast moves. And this particular move up is going to be worth, looks like about 600 or 500 pips. And then obviously it's going to be more than that on the way back down. So that was the question I was asking. And I don't want to confuse people, or be like cryptic. So that's why I asked that question. And I kind of wanted to kind of check for understanding. It's not that you did anything wrong or whatever. It's just like this trade. All right, we pushed up and we pulled back. We didn't run this low. So that would tell me that we should run this high, right? That means when this buy up, we should at least push past this high. Maybe we challenge this high. Maybe we break it. But that first high, after we pull back down to the zone, that first high is in the books at 408 pips, which is perfect. That's great for me. These relative equal highs should get ran. I think we'll probably make it up here, to that imbalance, which will be awesome. It'd be 575 pips. So I do like GJ for the buy that offers 500 and some pips. I also like UJ. I mean, y'all know I like UJ. And for all intents and purposes, if you fibbed the entire move, this is in our zone. We have our relative equal highs. This is the target at least. And then we got trend line liquidity, right? And there's a imbalance above. I'm not holding, all the way up here. I'm at least trading to this high comfortably. Once it gets there, I'm probably cashing out. And that's 475 pips, right? So I got to watch the charts tomorrow and see which trade gives me my entry first. The thing I like about UJ is it doesn't really pull back. So if you get in that trade, you're going to get your 480 without very much pullback. GJ does pull back, but it has more pips to offer. Both of them are great looking trade setups. I like both of them. So if I'm trading JPYs, it's UJ and GJ. We'll just kind of have to see how it goes. The next trade is GN. Since I can't say US 30, I'm going to say GN. All right. We have this huge push to the top side, clearly breaking structure. Now I expect the pullback down into this area, right, for us to go higher. If it sells down in this area, right, if it sells down to this imbalance, right, from where it is right now, we're getting about 385, right? This says 398, whatever. Close to 400 pips. I really like the trade. All right, we already have our order block, right? On the 1 hour, it's already good enough for a chalk, right? We broke structure. We broke these lows. We pulled back. Now we're cooking with hot grease, right? So we'll probably pull back again, and we'll start getting low. That's also more than likely going to be a Asian session trade. Maybe the first candle on Asian session will pull back. I don't know, but those are my 3 great setups, and all of them offering close to 400 pips. This is NFP week, so we'll operate regular, and we'll talk about how to protect ourselves, leading up to the non-farm payroll. You can see the 341 pips, but we'll discuss all that. I want y'all to kind of start locking in to look at your best prospects, for trades. A lot of it dealing with pip count and structure, right? Trades that have clean structure and high pip counts are the trades that we like, because chances are price is going to move to those areas pretty easily. All right, so UJ, GJ, GN, right? Those are my top 3. Hopefully you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from. Let me. I don't know if I switch those charts on the GN pair. So let me just make sure that I do. This is GN on the 4 hour. All right, this is GN on the weekly, which kind of explains everything. This is GN on the monthly. It has an order block you fit. So that's how you get GN on 2 month is not going to tell you much, but the monthly gave you an order block. You could have fibbed. It's a beautiful area. We can easily identify the imbalances in our zone area. So that's why those are very attractive. It's other great trades too, but I think we should all kind of start seeing that the beginning of the month, like when you get that monthly candle close, if we're trading the right pair, right? If we're trading the right pair, you're going to get 300 pip trades easily as the market goes to where it's going. You know, if you remember last month, the beginning of February, we either traded GN or GA. I think it was GA, but 300 or 250, 300 pips. This is going to be the same way. So we're going to get two probably really good weeks. And then that third week might be a little bit of a struggle, right? Or we get 3 good weeks and the fourth week is a struggle. It's like that because that you're going to run, you get a run, and then you get some consolidation when the market is turning around. So hopefully you'll start to see that. Maybe you didn't see it, but I'm pointing it out. And if you think about it, last week we got caught a little bit in some consolidation, which is fine. We got to be able to trade that too. But I just want you to start being able to see it as it's happening and not kind of wonder why your trade isn't moving. All right, so that's all I got, and I'll see y'all in the market streets.